Welcome to another episode of the LanceScurv Show. It's hot all over the news right now. Serena Williams is responding to a comment made by Romanian tennis star, if I'm saying the right name, because I don't follow tennis, I believe it's Ilie Nastase. You all know who I'm talking about. He's speaking about the child that she's about to have with Reddit founder or co-founder Alexis Ohanian. For all intents and purposes, he's received as a white man. And there's been a lot of controversy because he is a white man. There are a lot of things that, and anything dealing with race and interracial relationships can be a very touchy subject. But she responded to his comments. And I'm going to pull this screen down really quick, and I'm going to go right to the article. I'm going to read it out. We have Brother LA on the line who's going to drop it down. This is only going to be a short one. And I've been deciding, folks, when am I going to do the regular shows and what the regular time is going to be. I pretty much figured it out. I'm going to talk about that later on, but I'm going to read this really quick. Serena responds to male tennis players' racist remark about her pregnancy. Shortly after Serena Williams announced she was pregnant with her first child, Romanian tennis player Ilie Nastase made a racist comment about the tennis star and her unborn child, prompting the International Tennis Federation to launch an investigation. On Monday, Williams took to Instagram to voice her support and to call Nastase out for his racist remark, in addition to slamming him for making sexist comments about her peers. In reports, Nastase was overheard at a Saturday news conference saying, if Williams' baby with fiancée Alexis Ohanian, who is white, let's see what color it has. Chocolate with milk? Nastase hadn't been asked about Williams at the press conference, but his comment was audibly made to other players in Romanian. The International Tennis Federation immediately issued a statement saying that it does not tolerate discriminatory and offensive language and behavior of any kind, and that it had begun an investigation before taking further inappropriate actions. On Instagram, Williams expressed a disappointment in living in a society where people like Nastase can make such comments. I have said it once and I'll say it again. This world has come so far, yet we have so much further to go. Yes, we have been broken down. We've broken down so many barriers. However, there are a plethora more to go. She wrote, it disappoints me to know that we live in a society where people like Nastase can make such, okay, wait a second. Okay, I already just said that. They quoted me. They quoted it. What else did she say to add on? Okay, yeah. This or anything else will not stop me from pouring love, light, and positivity into everything that I do. I will continue to take a lead and stand up for what's right. Unlike you see, I am no coward. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? You may shoot me with your words. You may try to kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I rise. I humbly thank the ITF for any consideration given to all the facts in this case. They will have my full support. Okay, Brother LA, speak on that, and also speak on what you have to share about Serena Williams. You're only going to be out here for a short time, but this is going to be very interesting. And yes, Mike's son, we are going to do another show on this in depth. This is just a teaser, like when you sniff the menu at your favorite restaurant. But Brother LA, talk to me.
So my thing is with the situation. Thanks for having me on today, Lance. But I think the issue with this situation is this: why is Serena acting shocked? They've been saying something about her and her sister for their entire career. You know, they've been on every continent that they've been on, no matter where it's been, whether it be Australia, the European continent. They have always harassed and said negative things about these two sisters. Right? For me, their attitude and their anger or their frustration, what are they expecting?
Right.
You're sleeping with the enemy and you're expecting a different result when you marry one of them and you get pregnant. What are they expecting out of it? You know, if you've noticed, you see the dad is no longer in the stands anymore.
Why is that?
So the dad said that he's very disappointed in Serena.
Really? She's at the top of her game. Why would he be disappointed?
Well, rumor has it that he raised her differently, her and Bingham.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, when he went through a lot of stuff with him. If you look at some of the old footage, you'll see her dad standing up in the stand people are like screaming, you know, making these racial remarks and things of that nature.
Right.
Serena stopped playing tennis. I remember in the middle of the course, she stopped playing tennis. That's what she had to be. And I've always been a big fan of Serena. I thought she was a beautiful sister, beautiful dark sister,
Right.
well built. I have always had nothing but respect for her and Venus and their accomplishments, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the dad steps back. So disappointed in Serena. This is the rumor. This is the word that's out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
The dad says that he is so disappointed in Serena because she was sleeping, having sex, whatever you want to call it, with her white tennis coach that she has with her right now.
Wait a second. Wait a second. So where does Alexis come in? Is this something from way in the past?
This is pretty much like they kind of tie in.
Nicole.
Because the whole Alexis thing, the guy that she's messing with now,
right?
They kind of tie in. They're closely related because that relationship, when she got to the next relationship with Alexis guy.
So what you're telling me is that she was kind of like doing a threesome on layaway. She was messing with both of them.
There you go. She was double dipping. We technically we don't know who the dad is. I'm not saying that this guy is that guy,
right?
Or that guy's the daddy or whatever. But I'm saying she was messing with these guys roughly around the same time. And the dad said he refused to go into anything as far as her matches right now. He's so upset with her off, from what I understand, from what I've seen, right? This is the articles that are out there. And I read this with my own two eyes.
Right. That
guy, the tennis coach, was married at the time. Serena was banging him.
What?
That is just, to me, you know, being witching at its finest. You know, you kind of ask yourself that question. Again, I love me some Serena. The black cat suit, the sister made me proud going out there destroying those
Right.
It made me more proud when they really went after her and they dogged her out and tried to make her look as if she was inferior because of her shape and her blackness.
Right.
And she turns right around and sticks that back in the black community's face.
Well, you're gonna have some people who say, well, she can do what she wants with her body. You'll have some people who say, you'll have some black feminists who will say, yay, Serena, you're with a white man. That's one up for us because we don't like black men. And the black brothers have dogged her out. They've used her. Black men are no good. Let her go to the white savior. Let her go to the white man. And then you'll have some who say, well, I don't mind that it's a white brother. These may be some white racists who say this. I don't mind that it's a white brother who gets on there and gets with Serena in this case after they've been knocking her, making fun of her shape, calling all kind of names because he's marrying up, right? We're not saying up and down as a racial thing. We're saying up and down as a financial thing where she has way more money than Alexis Ohanian, but he does have money. But as the founder of Reddit, he doesn't have Serena money, and many take this as a move that, well, he's trying to get in on some black wealth, right? And at the end of the day, if and when, and I'm not being negative, if and when it doesn't work out, guess what? He's going to walk away with a huge chunk of that money. Of people taking this all kind of ways, but this ratchet, undercover, out of control, sexually out of control, Serena, tell me more about this.
You know, you look at it like, think about it. There's a couple of brothers. I've seen a couple of brothers she messed with. Amari Stoudemire, Common. I can't think of this other brother. I can't remember what he did. I know it wasn't the average Joe brother. And you got to ask yourself a question, right? You as a black man, right? You technically don't want your woman parading herself out there and giving off that whole vibe. Okay, women can say what they want to say. These feminists can say what they want to say about it.
Right.
But that's not what I want. I want you. I want to be able to love you, respect you, have somebody I can sit down with,
yes,
and hold a conversation. And everybody can't say that they had their
J-Math.
Serena's got a huge platform. She's out there spreading it around and giving it up left and right. So some of these other brothers who are successful, let's just take Common out of the equation.
Right.
We know what he's about.
Right.
He's trying to tap whatever and put it on his belt, right? Some of these other guys, I mean, not Common. Let me take it back. Not Common. I mean Drake. Okay? Let me say Drake. Common, from what I understand, proposed to her. That's what her best friend said. He proposed to her.
Right.
You know? She turned him down. That tendency, that whole tendency in her. Again, why would I want you as my woman on an international playing field where men can say, hey, I've been with her. I know what she's like. I know what she feels like.
Exactly.
No man wants that. No man wants that, especially on the international field. Now think about this also. The Reddit guy and her tennis coach, the current tennis coach,
Mm-hmm.
you can actually see those guys sitting in the same box within inches of each other. Now, how many black men do you know think black men would sit in the same tennis box with the guy who was last bumping their woman, or just got through bumping their woman maybe a month or two or a week or two before?
Yeah.
Interest.
Yeah.
You can spread yourself all around all you want, right? But that takes the lady quality out of it. It's in the bedroom, right?
Right.
We want a lady on our arm.
Right.
You don't wipe up women who have those tendencies.
But not a public freak who is going around, if this is the case, you know.
Right.
Right.
You know, it's painful. It's painful to watch. Again, I had nothing but admiration for Serena. You couldn't tell me nothing about that brown shit. When I saw her out there doing her thing, I thought she was the most. I just, you know, I was just in awe. She had that black tracksuit. That was one of the most highly watched tennis matches of all time. They didn't give it the credit that it deserves. Like the out there on that tennis court, she was from Compton. Sister coming in, doing her thing, destroying the opposition. And these two sisters made you so proud to watch. They changed the game of tennis so bad.
Yeah.
They retired more females than Social Security. Those girls couldn't wait to get off that tennis court after dealing with those sisters. Those sisters were putting in that work. And to turn around, right? And it had my support. I was like, if that's a man, then we got issues. Because there's nothing about Serena that says. I know. She even did Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue a couple of times. Women that look like men on that cover.
Exactly.
You add 10 pounds to the camera.
Right.
Anyway. Right?
But I tell you, a lot of those racists who are making fun of her on YouTube and on the various blogs with their comments, they just might have that issue of Sports Illustrated, and those pages might be stuck together. Trust me, I guarantee it.
Exactly. Nobody kicking those Serena Williams out no bed. Ain't nobody kicking her out no bed. And again, it's heartbreaking because she was like one of the sisters one of the few sisters you could sit there and you could see the thing. The thing with these sisters is this: genetically, we are the first people created on the planet, right? That's not being.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It's a scientific fact, right? For that bad body that they got, them incredible forms that those two have, and Venus has got a nice one too. She's just taller.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the prototype of what women are supposed to look like. Okay.
Yes.
That's why everybody pays billions of dollars. Other women pay billions of dollars to get those lip injections, butt implants, breast implants. They pay that money to articulate and emulate what those two sisters have naturally. I tell sisters all the time: be proud of your curves. Girl, respect yourself. Respect that dude that's good. Respect that good man that's trying to help you along. Give him an opportunity. Because I love you. Follow that good dude's lead, okay? It ain't about nobody dominating. Right. It's about giving back that love and reciprocating that love, because we out here by ourselves. Right. And again, Serena crushed a lot of people's hearts, and these feminists are not looking at it the way we're looking at it because they're women. How's a woman going to tell a man how he should appreciate a woman? Right. We know what we want and what we expect out of our women. Sister, please don't do that. Please don't act that way. Carry yourself in a different way. I tell my sisters.
So in essence, your gripe is more so how she carries herself as a lady. Now, we know in this day and age that once you hit a certain age, it's not like pretty much you're going to be a virgin after 30 years old or whatever age she is, but you're not out there being passed around and people whispering. Like I said, if this is the case, I don't know. I have to say that as the host, because people are going to come at me and say, well, you don't know the facts. This is speculation, people, but we're looking at the different angles. My thing is that where are the white racists now who said she was so ugly and she was a gorilla, she was an ape, she was a man? Alexis Ohanian is engaged to her and possibly has her pregnant. Where are these white racists now? Why aren't they jumping and climbing down his throat? Why aren't they jumping on him now? Because we gonna get some of that Serena money. You know what I mean?
Oh, they're still making noise.
Oh yeah, they will. They will.
What did you just say? The one guy went out to Vegas right a couple of weeks before Serena had announced. I think announced that she was with this cat.
Right.
Or right the same time frame. We're told because Venus was going at those tennis players at the last match when she played Serena, and the dude said, "Look at her going into gorilla mode." Right?
Oh, wow.
I was like, this is some old stuff that he did. So I think he got fired, and he's trying to sue ESPN, if I'm not mistaken, right now for those comments. And again, it's as if, man, you're getting you cannot. It's like, okay, 400 years ago, I couldn't stop you. You raped me in front of my sons, my husband, my fathers. You made me do all kinds of heinous acts with me, and no one could stop you. Now you're going to turn right back around and give it right back to him freely and willingly. She even made the statement. This guy treats her better than any black man ever did. That was a statement that she made.
Okay.
Now I'm like, come on. So you're saying that he treats you better than your dad?
Right.
Right now.
Right.
I'm telling you, you should have seen that look. That dude, her father stood up in that crowd and faced those white people down by himself. He didn't care who said anything. He stood up and looked around at every single one of them. I was like, this brother is about that business. He doesn't care if he has to die. He's going to defend his daughter.
Right. And for her to come and say that he treated her better than any black man. So maybe this is going to give her more endorsement deals and become more accepted in their world, because now she's at her height and she puts down symbolically like men. And there's so many people who are going to run behind this and do this, and we use this as an example. Well, if it's love is love and all this stuff, yes, if it is, it is. But come on, y'all, look at the symbolism.
Yeah, love is love. Okay, that's cool, but that's cool, right?
Yeah.
I always and I say this a lot. I mean, it's like you love who you get who you want to get with. But I've always known white guys to only marry you for convenience or for kudos, or not even so much marry you, get you for convenience and get you with you for kudos, right?
Right.
You're not going to be wife material. They're not going to make a wife out of you. Because sisters, a lot of sisters, not all, have this tendency to set this high bar for the brothers, right? But for everybody else, a little cat.
Yeah.
We get the high bar, everybody else gets the low bar. And it's like, wait a minute, okay, let me figure this one out.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. I'm willing to ride or die with you. I'm gonna protect you with my life. I'm gonna give you all I got. I'm getting the short end of the stick. And if I don't fit that criteria, I'm not even gonna be looked at. Again, the analogy: take a sister that's got a lot of money, walk into McDonald's, see a cat behind the counter, a business she don't know anything about. He could be just using that for part-time money, or he could be building on something bigger.
Right.
Sister comes in, she's a millionaire. She ain't giving that brother a second look, even if he's
You know what?
He's not getting a look.
I get so many looks as a bus driver when I walk out, and folks assume that you're a dumb little bus driver. That's all you do. That's all you're capable of doing. Regular paycheck. You know what I mean? And I personally know, and she comes here a lot. It's a Jewish woman. It's a friend of the family. And she sits down and she's into the politics deep. I'm almost this much from getting her at least to voice some of her opinions. But she tells me that, and she's about 70 years old, I think, around in that age group, right? I won't say a name. But she tells me went through with the whole Holocaust. This little girl, or whatever the age, however it fell, she was there and she survived. And she says right now she has no hate for anyone, but she will never, ever, we were speaking about cars. She said she will never, ever purchase a Mercedes-Benz in her life. She will never, ever support anything German. She doesn't hate anyone. She's somewhat over it, but she's not over it where after seeing what her mother went through and seeing how mother eventually passed away and the things that her mother said to her, that she ain't supporting it. Allegiance to the overall. Now, the other point that I want to make, and I got to leave in 2 minutes, so I'm going to give you 2 minutes to wrap it down. I just want to say this one more point. Look how many white women are married to affluent white men who have money, right? And they'll be messing around with a black man all they want behind closed doors to get that extra, If their white husband that has that money, they're not going to leave that privilege. If they get pregnant, they're going to abort that baby. They're going to keep the facade, whole thing intact of the family. They're not going to step out like that. They understand their history. They understand their allegiance and what they're trying to do. Many black people forget that. They go run off and knock every single man, not understanding that the majority of black men are not bad men. We are hard working. We have a lot of things to go through. Obstacles, yes. A lot of us are not perfect, but then who is? You know, so to use this to lump, well, see, she's smart because she left her. And there are channels out there of frustrated women, you know, who all they do is talk about black men. But, you know, if there's so much for the big wide world and finding what's out there, why are there channels focused on black men ain't this, black men ain't that? Black, it's crazy. Like the answer is in something else. Got to come back home. Trust me, you're going to have to hang your head low after all that you've done against our race. But go ahead, man, 2 more minutes, and I'm going to wrap this up. And we're going to do another show. This is just to stimulate the conversation like we usually do. It'll probably be this weekend. And Mike, son, I want you there. But go ahead, brother Ilie.
Her dad actually has a book that he wrote about what he experienced and how he experienced it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think someone made a comment and said, this is hearsay. No, I'm not. This is not hearsay. What we're talking about right now, this is not hearsay. This is stuff she's come out and publicly said. She specifically said, this cat treats her better than any black man has ever treated her, okay? So even given that, has she dated all black men, okay?
Right.
Her choices are from the black men she's had. She's made some bad choices. A lot of sisters, not all sisters, so don't get all twisted about this, right? Not all sisters, but a lot of sisters make those damaging mistakes and choose the wrong guy. I have sisters that,
yes,
I have 3 sisters, and they have done that themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Showtime actually did a study on that, right? And they asked sisters all across the country. And I don't know, it's maybe 2010, 2011, right? Great show. And they asked sisters why they choose this kind of guy. They had every answer for why that guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they came back, and these are all over the country. It wasn't just one spot. It was Chicago, LA, New York. It was all over the place, right? And then they asked the sisters again, so why you treat the good guy? I'm not lying to you. You can look it up and see for yourself. Not one sister had an answer. Not one. And he asked dozens of sisters across the country. So with that being said, and that helps me to figure out, you know, hey, you don't want to be accountable for your bad choice and your bad actions. And I think Serena has fallen into that category because, again, you're not going to cuss me, kill me, rape me, murder me, dog me out, harass. I mean, to the point they didn't even want to go back to Australia to play tennis. Her Serena, her Venus got so much flack from the white folk over there that they said they weren't going to play in Australia anymore. These are facts. This is not hearsay. This is fact. Because I follow the sister tough. Love me some Serena. Never seen anything like that.
Right.
Beautiful, strong black woman. Just loved her to death, right? So what happens? They go back and they continue to play. It's almost like they're trying to force white society or white supremacy to accept them. They will accept you in that bedroom all day long. When they get tired of having their fun, you got to come back home and face us. These feminists and all this other good stuff, they're not going to be the ones there when you're trying to make that decision on what you should have done properly. So you got to take care of yourself. Don't put yourself out there like that. Keep your business to yourself. These white women ain't out there talking about how many guys they banging. You know, you got your Madonnas and stuff like that.
And you got a lot of them out there doing it too. Give me another 30 seconds, man. I got to wrap it up and get ready to get out of here. But come on, bring it.
We don't have a lot of people, sisters that look like Serena as fine as she is on that platform. Serena, and a lot of us tell Serena in a higher status as far as, okay, you're making us proud, you're out there with the money, you don't have kids, you're healthy, you're smart, you're articulate, and you're doing your thing. That's what we look for. That's what we expect. And that's where the respect came in more so than anything else. But to let us down like this, she let her dad down also. So forget me and you, Lance, and the rest of the world. What have you done to your father?
Fiery dialogue was cut so short because of time constraints, but I'd rather have the short one than none at all. And we're going to come back with this, and I will come back next week with the regular shows that we have every single day. It'll be coming on, so there'll be no guesswork. So once we have those things set up, we're also going to have a few surprises before the next 30 days is up with production. I'm working on that. And I just want to say, for those who have asked me if this YouTube ad boycott has affected me where I'm going to stop making videos, no, I'm not going to stop. I'm not doing this just for money. I have multiple streams coming in. And as a matter of fact, we have 2 more channels that we're going to start up that are on various subjects out there. So it's all about growth. When the market crashes, that's not doom. It's doom for those who are vested in it so heavily and who didn't diversify. For me, everything is out there to purchase, bargain basement prices. So as far as YouTube is concerned and all the other platforms that I'm on, we're going to grow. We're going to be here. Forget them. Let them keep their money. We support each other. I love you all. Download the app at the Google Play Store, the Amazon Store, and the App Store. Hit me up, 407-590-0755. Next week, we will have regular weekly shows, especially the ones on the weekend. And also, we're going to touch on this subject again before the weekend is out. And much love to you all. Take care. I'll see you all later on. Leave your comments. Let me know how you feel about this. Bye-bye. Thank you, Brother Ilie.
Not a problem, bro.
Thank you.